Okay guys, bum ba bum bop boop bop. Where are we? Well, today is Thursday, and it is March 29th, 2018, and it is 10:38 a.m. in the morning. We did have a little bit of a mist, nothing serious. They said possible, light type shower, nothing serious, scattered with scattered sunshine. So today's going to be a scattered day. It's 57 degrees Fahrenheit on the outside, according to this, and it's 57 degrees Fahrenheit inside, according to that. Do I believe that? Nah, no heartbeat. It's telling me we're at 13.2, 13.3 on the voltage for those who care, and that's about where we're at today. So I had just uploaded a few videos. I may delete a few of them. There was 5 of them actually. Okay, this is the Marine Maritime Net. So, excuse me. Got a few things I want to try to get done today. I hooked up the new camera, and I'll kind of show you how those work in a minute. And other than that, there's a lot of You notice that? And I notice it's not just us, these so-called average everyday people. I noticed a lot of actors and actresses do the same thing. If you ever watch these late night talk shows that are done at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you'll hear them. I guess it's just somewhat of a normal reaction for normal people. Now, I'm not saying actors and actresses are normal, by no means. There are a few out there, but far and few between. So other than that, where are we? Fire department, okay. Well, I didn't hear, oh, that's a medic, okay. Let's see, I didn't hear a tone come across. Let's see here. Do I have it on? I do, I think. Yeah, okay. So what's on the agenda today? Today is a day where I've got a lot of little putzing to do, just to kind of clean up after the week. I started working on the wiring in the basement that the Comcast Xfinity installer screwed up. Now, I don't mean this to be an insult to Xfinity, because their service has been great so far, okay, knock on wood. But like I said in the past, I've never had a problem with Xfinity. I've never had an issue with Xfinity. So at that point, I don't expect to have it now. However, things do change. Hey, Tuck. But so far, so good. However, never have an installer schedule something for a Saturday or Sunday, because they don't want to be there. Xfinity, when they scheduled our installation, they did it for a Sunday. Well, I'm going to tell you, this guy did not want to be here. He was here for about 4 hours. Now you think 4 hours of being here that he would have been able to do things right. Well, forget about it. The wiring was a mess. Now, I did a video on it with this particular camera. This is the Canon, whatever it is, the T4i. which is a good camera. However, it's not really made for walking around with. It doesn't have that quickness on the autofocus like a camcorder would have. It's more like if you're going to do a stationary video, you know, it's fine. And the lighting wasn't as good as some of the other ones. So it didn't look all that great as far as actually being able to see it. Hold on a minute, guys. But it was a nightmare. I mean, he put splices and barrel connectors where he didn't have to.
Hey, Trevor,
You know, it just, there's wires all over everywhere. Well, I finally got all the wires that weren't needed disconnected. And I actually noticed a little bit faster speed and a little bit clearer picture, to be honest with you. However, now I have to clean up all the wires that I disconnected because they're still all hanging out of the rafters in the basement. So I have to take care of that. So that's one thing I have to do. The other thing is, I noticed, I noticed and I didn't notice, I thought on this computer that I had all the programs in there for programming my radios. Because all my radios, let me see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Out of the 14 radios, I have programs for them all so that they can be programmed out of the computer, which makes them a lot easier to program. When you program one radio and you put in 10 or 15 frequencies, it's not a problem. Now what the hell is that? But when you're programming a number of radios and you're entering 30, 40 frequencies in different parts of the radio, and when I say different parts, it's still in the same memory. However, I install some of the amateur stuff in the, I will say, 20 through 35. I program some of the Coast Guard stuff that I need for their AuxNet and things on, we'll say, 1 through 10. I'll program Fire Police from, like, 10 to 20, that type of thing. So it's easier to, once you put it into one program, to just copy and paste it to all the other programs and then just hit the send button. You have to hook up each radio, but once you've done that, you hit the send button and it goes into that radio and it's all done. Now, the good and the bad is, if you want to enter a new frequency, you have to make sure you leave space in between your so-called, I'm going to call them banks. Because if I go 1 through 10 and then I go 20 through 30, well, if I have something I have to put into that 1 through 10, I may not have anything there if I started with 20. So I'll go 1 through 10 and then I may leave 5 or 10 blank and start my next bank at maybe 20 or 30, you follow? Leaving a lot of empty or blank channels in between in case I have to add something to it. Now, if you're only going to add one channel, it's not too bad, because I probably won't be adding that one channel to every radio. I may add it to 3 or 4 of the radios, but the initial programming at this point is definitely easier when it's done. Oh, wait a minute, I did find them. I forgot. That son of a gun. I have this monitor up here. I don't know if you can see it. Well, you're definitely not going to see what's on it. I don't think. There you go. Now you can see it. There's all the programs for the radios. So they are in this computer. However, I moved the icons up to the other monitor. Okay, I forgot I had another monitor up there, and I just looked up there. Oh, there it is. So at that point, like I say, so now I got to make some changes. I first want to monitor the frequency. This is a frequency that 741 apparently uses every now and then. It's a 2-meter frequency. It's a repeater. Let me see, where is it? Well, it's not. Okay, I don't want to say where he lives. Or he actually works about 10 minutes from me. He lives about an hour from me. He lives way up inland where I live on the shore. I'm about, I don't know, 3 blocks from the water. Okay, it's in Massachusetts. And, well, let me see, hold on. Apparently there's 2 repeater frequencies here he has. One of them is 145 1010. Or I'm sorry, 145 110. The other one is 147 105. And then he tells me sometimes he's on 3.737 on Friday, Saturdays, or Sundays at around 7 o'clock p.m.